All right, thanks, guys. The Kia Tigers take on the KT Wiz, and that's going to be a 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Tigers are the $1.75 favorite. Totals 10.5 juice to the under. The Wiz are plus 130 for a win and minus 133 catching the 1.5. And following Sunday's sports wagering action, I improved to 8-0 my last 8 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, the Daily Extra Pick is one of those packages that I sell, as I'm also 13-3 in my last 16 picks in that category as well. Hey, keep it down. I told you the other day to keep it. You keep it down.
I'm just trying to get the flowers in the pot.
All right, well, happy anniversary. It's our 1-year wedding anniversary, by the way. But keep it down, all right?
Tell the neighbors to keep it down.
Yeah, the neighbors are loud. But anyway, guys, it's a great website. If you want to check out that site, we are red hot right now. Link for that website is in the description section below. I'll talk a little bit more about it after we cap this game here. But once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the KT Wiz have struggled with regards to the wins and the losses recently. Having said that, though, they only gave up 12 total runs in their most recent series with the Lotte Giants. They also beat the Doosan Bears and the Kaiwoom Heroes within their last handful of games as well. They're taking on a struggling Kia Tiger team who's actually coming fresh off a 3-game sweep to the Doosan Bears, where they were held to just 6 total runs during that series. Am I laughing? Yeah. They're doing terrible. They've been victorious in just 4 out of their last 11, while also dropping 3 out of their last 4 series. Listen, babe, the Tigers are just 2 games ahead of the 7th place Samsung Lions in the standings. And when it comes to scoring in this one, the Tigers saw their last 4 straight stay under the total of 10.5 runs. The Wiz on the other side saw 4 out of their last 5 fall under the 10.5 themselves. So with all that said and done, who do you think we're going to go with?
The ones that aren't losing.
The KT Wiz, that's right, plus 1.5 and the under 10.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's KBO action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Sunday's sports wagering action, I improved to 8-0 in my last 8 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different just awesome memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. There's a lot of variety there. We have winning packages. We're doing great in a lot of those different memberships. And one of those packages, like I said earlier, is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month. And in addition to going 8-0 in my last 8, I'm also hitting at 13-3 in my last 16 picks in that category. And guys, that's good for 81% over the past 2 weeks in that category. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. Once again, guys, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, we're going to move into our next matchup. It's going to be the SK Wyverns taking on the LG Twins. That's going to be a 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Twins are minus 286, totals 9 and a hook. The Wyverns are plus 210. And if you like the Wyverns to cover the run line, they're plus $1 catching the 1.5. Now the Wyverns are coming off a series victory over the Samsung Lions, taking 2 of 3 in that series. The Wyverns, believe it or not, they're 7-3 straight up in their last 10, with marquee victories over the likes of the Doosan Bears, the first place Dinos, and the Hanwha Eagles. Now, the Wyverns have given up just 2.6 runs per contest on average in their last 3 as well. They're taking on a sputtering Twins team who, I don't know what happened to them. They lost 2 out of their last 3 games, and they also lost their last 2 straight series. Now, the 3-5 record in their last 8 is good for just 37%. And when it comes to the total on this one, the Twins saw 4 out of their last 6 stay under the total of 9.5 runs. Now, the Wyverns saw 2 out of their last 3 stay under the 9.5 themselves. So who do you think we're going with?
The ones that aren't losing.
That's right. The SK Wyverns plus 1.5 and the under 9.5 in that game. All right, next matchup, it is going to be the Hanwha Eagles taking on the Lotte Giants. Now, the Giants are the $1.75 favorite, totals 9.5 flat. And if you like the Eagles in an upset, they're plus $1.30 for some money line cash and minus 137 catching the run and a half. Now, Hanwha's coming off an 8-2 loss to the NC Dinos. Really no surprise there. But the Eagles have lost their last 14 straight. You got to try to lose that many games. They dropped to a dismal 7-23 record overall for the season. They're giving up 10.5 runs per contest in their last 6. They're taking on a Lotte squad who's coming off a 3-game sweep of the Wiz, holding them to just 6 total runs in those 3 contests. They're also just 2.5 games back of the 4th place spot in the 10-team KBO. Now, when it comes to the scoring in this one, Lotte saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the total of 9.5 runs. Meanwhile, on the Hanwha side, they saw their last 4 straight get over that number themselves. 8 out of their last 9 also got over the 9.5. So give me the Lotte Giants minus 1.5 and the over 9.5 in that game. Next matchup, the Kaiwum Heroes taking on the Samsung Lions. 5:30. You can turn that back on. Yeah, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Heroes are minus 133. Totals 10.5 flat. Now, guys, I'm making a play on the money line. Let's try it again. I'm going to make a play on the money line, run line, or total in this one. And the only way to find out is to sign up for my daily extra pick on patreon.com/BrockPage. Guys, my last 8 picks in that package, 8-0. That's 8 wins, 0 losses, red hot right now. So, guys, if you want to know who I'm picking or what I'm picking in this contest, whether it's the run line, maybe it's a total, or maybe I'm picking someone to win it straight up, guys, my extra daily pick, it's just $2.99. And you'll get access to the extra daily pick every single day through the end of the month. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be the Doosan Bears versus the NC Dinos, 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Dinos are the $1.82 favorite, totals 12.5 flat. And if you like the Bears to get the job done, they're plus 140 on the money line and minus 137 on the run line. Now, the Bears are coming off a 3-2 victory over the Kia Tigers. They also swept the Tigers in that series, and they won their last 4 straight, including a 14-8 victory over the KT Wiz. The Bears' 7-2 record in their last 9 is good for 78% during that span. They've also won their last 5 straight 3-game series in a row. Their last 5 straight series in a row. Their .655 win percentage has them in second place in the league. They are taking on a very good Dino squad, but the Dinos lost. The Dinos saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the total of 12.5. The Dinos also saw 4 out of their last 7 get over that total as well. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the Doosan Bears plus 1.5 and the over 12.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Patreon platform, shout out to Corbin Snyder, Cardi Kea, Chad Ortiz, Big Al Johnson, Kareem Rutledge, Wesley Upshaw, Harold Andrews, Serge Brook, Santiago Rodrigo, and David Arango. Next from our Instagram platform, shout out to Raheem Hayes, Luca Rosano, Ghost Picks ATS, Bubba Jonesy. Shout out to the Hernstrom Podcast, Will Slade, Eddie Choba, Tara Pot Oven, Rafa Nieves, the MLB agent who has a verified checkmark. He's a legitimate Major League Baseball agent. And of course, we can't forget about the very infamous Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor, who's also verified with a blue check mark. All right, finally, from our YouTube platform, shout out to Red Noops, John Harris, Charles Parker, YC Mike Kep, Angel Reyes Moreno, Bo Dunn, SOP LFD Striker, George Carter, Ralph Portuando, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, Charles Lopez. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most important, actually, one more thing to add about Patreon. We will bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that if you decide to sign up for a membership. You get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But once again, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Monday or Tuesday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.